It's Tuesday, July 22nd, day 47, and these are your ICE recaps for today. First off, shout out to another small business supporting the Daily Memo. It's Petsadina, a little pet paradise hidden in Pasadena where cats and dogs get world-class treatment. ICE is getting busy and bolder, and some of their activity is getting questioned by folks like the Sacramento Bee, who questioned their raid at the Home Depot in Sacramento. Could it be crossing the line of the restraining orders that they received? There's a set that applies to Los Angeles County and surrounding areas, the ones protecting us safe from random raids, but there's also another set that's protecting Central Valley and northern counties. Plus, the recent activity we've been seeing in the Southland seems to be pushing the limits of those orders. Well, let's jump back into the activity. First off, looking at yesterday's raid in Ontario at the state of Bros, where they took a U.S. citizen. Well, apparently he was looking for help. They racially profiled him, took him to the ground, beat him. He was released when the supervisor showed up. He got several concussions, ended up in the hospital, and threw up a couple times. We also got video of the ICE agents here harassing and pushing around minors. Today in La Brea and Slauson, a gardener was picked up. They left his truck there abandoned on the street. And in downtown LA, in the area of Wilshire and 6th, a person claiming to have papers was detained by ICE. Also in Camarillo, they're still active there. They took another person. And at Encinitas Home Depot, witnesses say they took 2 people there as well. The 24/7 protest continues at the downtown Federal Building, and last night we got this image of a soldier in full uniform holding a flag standing in front of it in protest. We also get a glimpse into one of the New York detention centers at the Manhattan office, where detainees were being held there for weeks. This could be a similar situation as to the basement at B18 at the Federal Building in downtown LA, where detainees are being held there. But this is just some of the activity we saw today. ICE was still spotted all over the Southland pulling over vehicles. And for that situation, we at LA Taco put together a long list of what your rights are, what to do in that situation. As always, that resource and more is at lataco.com/ICE. In other news, we recommend this report by LULAC, where they ask, why does ICE target so many day laborers and farm workers? According to LULAC, private prisons like GEO and Core Civic are using them for cheap labor to maintain their own prisons, paying them as little as $1 a day. Now, what are these private prisons doing with their profits? Well, they're apparently reinvesting them right back into Republican PACs for their election campaigns. Meanwhile, detainees for $1 a day can use that for $1 a minute on the phone, $11 for toothpaste, and $3.50 for a can of tuna. If you're a DACA recipient and you're worried about being detained, well, LA Times put out a story about Javier Diaz Santana, who's 32 and deaf, a DACA recipient, who ended up getting arrested while he was working in San Gabriel Valley and sent to El Paso, Texas. He spent about a month there before he was released with an ankle monitor. LULAC is also reporting that the U.S. government is considering using military bases to build more tent cities similar to Alligator Alcatraz because the current detention centers all over the U.S. are being overwhelmed. Well, that's it for today. I am Memo Torres with LA Taco.